All right, y'all. Apologies for that. But if y'all have not been here before, I am Anastasia Shabella Moore. I am the owner of Authentic Glow Coaching, and I am presenting a new podcast, which is entitled The Confidence Catalyst. And again, welcome to where we put the cute in client confidence because our clients and travelers simply glow. So I'm really excited to have you all here today. Thank you for showing up. We drop this podcast every Thursday at 5 a.m. So I look forward to chit chatting with you all and giving you all confidence and snippets on how to execute so you can actually go out and be the boss babes that I know that you all are, and men, of course, as well. So we're getting into episode 11 of season 2, and I want to do from, um, so, um, well, again, I just song right here, so I'm gonna take that out. But so I want us to focus on well, I hate to say a connection, but some kind of link that connects what we wear to what we think about. So, for an example, I'm going to list at least 9 different scenarios, and I'm going to start with the very first one. So I know this list is going to sound a bit strange, because we probably have never heard these type of things before. But the first one, as to what we wear and what we think, how the connection is very distinct, is dealing with prom. As young ladies, we go to prom, and I've always been a really big prom girly. I love prom. But what we think is really clean aesthetics. We do hair and makeup. It's a really type of ritual. You usually have like a lineup. People are allowed to come and see you before you go off. If you are into that type of thing, you're more than welcome to do that. So we think like this is a cutoff from older into a new kind of idea, if you will. So you dress accordingly. And then number 2 is a little bit more negative. Prom is really like a happy, kind of calm day for what goes on and take place. Now, men may look at it similarly or differently. I'm not sure. And at the same token in time, you will see that you'll be able to kind of figure out what is which, again, based off what you think. So that also reflects, if you will, and that necessarily, so to speak, same token as you think just as much as what you wear also says the same things about what you think. Okay, so number 2 is rob. That's why I said 2 was a little more negative. Because when you think about taking something from somebody else, you don't want to get caught. So you are willing to be incognito, anonymous. You want to take something from somebody else, the things that they have. But at the same time, you don't want to get caught because you fear the consequences of that particular behavior. So you're dressed in things that make you able to be unseen. So you dress in all black, one color, especially if the room or something like that and decor is black or it's at night, you're not able to be seen. So you have to kind of sort of really feel like uh, guilt and remorse and like you're thinking badly. And this is why you're so willing to look that part. So even if that means you don't want your face to be seen, your distinct is like a descriptive because they have the art sketches and things like that. When you go into the office buildings of the headquarters for these police stations, and as you go into there, they have the sketch artist, and as the witness or somebody who's looking to pinpoint a particular criminal for the act and crime that they're looking for, then they sketch out the details that is according to the eyewitness. And that's because you chose to rob somebody and take something. So as they pursue that entity, they think about, well, what were they wearing, and so they sketch that out as well. So there's the link and connection there. There's the link and the connection of prom. You're transitioning. It's the highlight. It's the way to commemorate what's taking place and how to leave it on that high note. And when you rob things, you kind of sort of reveal what it was that you wanted to keep hidden as you go into prosecution and things of that nature. That becomes a sin that's made light for all to see. And prom is kind of the same thing. It's just as ritualistic, but it's on a positive scale. Prom is for all to see as well. Whether it's your professors, your teachers, your pictures, your photographs, people are seeing those things. And you do get different pictures when you have mug shots in comparison to. All right, y'all. And then You know, another way that you can tell when you wear something that's kind of dusty and rinky dink a little bit, like maybe you can feel some stains or something, or you just go ahead on and keep walking past the dust as well. You know, eventually I can get onto your clothes. I never forget I had an all white t shirt, and I realized now that eventually the much dust and dirt that accumulated on it, it got grayer and grayer and grayer and less white and vibrant. So again, that tells you that the way that you think about things, you can think that old things are really cool. You can think that eventually, you know, it's okay to feel like the idea that I have these clothing items that are kind of sort of dull is another way to kind of sort of just feel like, okay, I don't feel like doing another day, so this is good enough just to throw on. I never forget I was working at Nordstrom and a young lady came up to me and she's like, I could just wear this around the house. I mean, what's gonna be? I was like, well, just because you feel like it's comfy or whatever else, it doesn't mean that you got to just look any old kind of way because you just gonna feel like, oh, I'm just in the house. You know, like I was like, you know what I mean? Like it can be elevated. It can be something that's dressy just because you're just even in the house. You know, like it doesn't necessarily have to be any old thing just because you're in the house. You know, you can be wearing something that's dusty. Oh, this is cool just because I'm in the house. No, like put on some lipstick, throw on a headband, make yourself cool, find some press-ons. Like you can do things that elevates what you want to do, even if and when you find that yourself, you're just in the house. And nothing is wrong with that. We have to get out of that mindset that being girly or upbeat while I'm just chilling in the house is a bad thing. That's very stigmatized, and stigma is just so like I just go on somewhere with that. And then being dirty as well. I mean, having clothing that's dirty says that you just don't care about yourself, your environment, people who are around you. You know how many times I hate rubbing them putting to people, and I'm like, "Oh, was that clean? Like I got cooties down. Like don't be over here trying to put stuff over here if it's not clean. Like this is a temple, and I really want to protect it and preserve it as best as possible." So dirtiness, when it comes to dealing with the things that I wear that I think about, is also out. Also, feeling like I'm rushing things to put together to go out and meet somebody is also kind of sort of like a bust. Like I don't want to be out here looking unshoveled and rushed and hurried because I'm over here trying to be competing with the next person want to get off at this exit. I ain't trying to be wrinkled. I ain't trying to be the girl that got all kind of lapel holes and different dents all over the place. Like no, and I'm also not trying to look lazy when I go out. Like, damn, you couldn't even fix your hair. Like, bro, you that tired? You that lazy? And then, you know, a clean white button down, maybe closing high end deals, and then checks or written contracts. So definitely might want to invest in some of those. Clean white button downs is kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's really easy, really simple to kind of sort of feel like, you know, you finna be that chick and whatever else and that girl as you go into closing those deals and signing those $1 million contracts or those multi-billion dollar ones or multi-million dollar contracts and deals, you know what I mean, or checks or whatever else, just to see yourself in alignment with the young lady that you've been dreaming and thinking about. You know what I mean? Setting your kids up for whatever their ideals may be, futurely speaking down the line. You know what I mean? My daughter, as we speak right now, she's a Cancer sign. I'm a Scorpion. So I go full throttle for fall and Halloween. And that's something that I do every day. I don't shut it off when it's just October and November and September. Like, no, spring, summer, however I'm at Hawaiian thoughts or whatever else, I'm battling and pushing for that vibe that says fall and Halloween. You know what I mean? I'll show you something right quick and I'll let you see what I mean when I say that because people are probably like, whatever, you know what I mean? You always lying, you always, you know what I mean? But this again is not for the people who think that, you know what I mean? Like it's just not like even can you like just look at that. The whole entire vibe of this is mostly things that I love, but they're all really, truth be told, are extremely fallish. Every single piece of it. Like you see what I mean? It's all so like, really? That's really just what you do? But yeah, I mean, look at that. Halloween stuff is everywhere. I love it. I don't know when I start collecting this stuff. I'm kind of sort of like freaked out that that's even become a thing in my world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when I just start feeling like I can't do nothing if it's not really giving Halloween all of a sudden. But nonetheless, you know, I like it. I feel like it does serve a purpose nonetheless. And I want my daughter to feel the same way. I want my kids to feel the same way. If you have a certain season in your life, you know, that's something that you need to go full throttle with. I don't know who gonna say whatever, but whenever they do say those things and it's about something that God has given to you, you gotta go full out. You have to go ahead and learn how to do those things. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching and being here. I will talk to you all again soon. Like, follow, and subscribe if you like. You can also follow some of our links on our channels as well to kind of sort of get more familiar with our brand and the things that we represent as our coaching. You can also go to to our website. If you're stuck, if you like a little bit more kind of interaction, you don't really know where you want to go, you're not really sure where your life is headed and things of that nature, and you're just totally unsure and you feel alone, you can always reach out, to where our travelers simply glow. You can go to our website, which is www.payhip.com/authentic glow coaching. If you really want to figure out what you want to do with your life, I can definitely help you and point you in the right direction with some educated opinions and thoughts and things of that nature and help you along your way. All right. Hopefully y'all liked the video. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Leave a comment if you want to figure out whatever else you think is necessary next. All right. Talk to y'all again soon.